newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. In fact, both local San Francisco papers are investing a lot of money to try and get a service just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand new system.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone going? Everyone good? Resting for the next match, but good. Ah, good to hear. Alright, so that's what was that. I hope the music is a nice little touch. I am getting out my lazy part for the moment, or trying to. I know I've been a bit lazy with some of the streams. May not come across that way, but I know I have been. It's just too much hassle. I'm too tired for most of this. But, doesn't matter. So, like I said, I may be a bit tired. It is 3 AM for me, so you might have to bear with me a little bit. Another reason why I got a lovely Sunday actually to help out with this one. This is going to be a good game. This one's actually going to be the conclusion of where my team, FluXy server, is going to be placed in the roster for now. And it's basically to see who's going to be in top 3, because whatever happens tonight with this team, tomorrow they're actually going to be playing another team, and then that's when the placements can be placed, and then next week will be the semi-finals and finals. So we shall see how everything kicks off then. I can see this being a very, very good matchup. So like I said, at the moment I do have Alose Sunday. So Alose Sunday, how are you, man?
I'm doing alright. I'm pretty excited about this match, and I haven't seen the competitor yet, but I know these guys are very on point, as with a previous stream that we had over on Cruise Control Twitch channel.
Yep.
I know these guys are also really darn good, so I'm excited to see it.
So just to backtrack a little bit, these are actually playing the second part of the thing. So they are playing against my team, which actually got 21-49. They will be playing Abomination as the boss. So this should be quite an interesting one, because I'm very interested to see how they're actually going to pull this map up and see what sort of strategies they can come up with, because this is not exactly the easiest map when it comes to traders. I can definitely say that.
Yeah, there's definitely some distant ones. There's kind of some twists and turns inside the buildings, and so they're gonna really have to be on point with that. If they get caught out, it could be the end, but we can see how it goes.
So we are looking at a standard perk layout that we have been seeing with this team, with the Commando, Firebug combo, Sharpshooter and Gunslinger combo, and then you also got the Medic and the Support, as the side perks. Seems like the same as Sad SWATs. They all have the dedicated thing. They all have the dedicated plans, the same similar things, but the strategies they can do with this synergy is extreme.
For sure, especially with this map that has a lot of long lanes with it.
Tell me you're an only child. I'm reloading.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait a sec, reloading.
Hello to Cruz in chat. Always with that wonderful, beautiful face.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's not beautiful. That's quite creepy. A lot of Z time's been triggered here.
Mrs. Foster presents her
So,
Mrs. Foster, how can
So as I'm going through the perks, only one of them actually has the extra health, which is the Medic, which is something we haven't seen from the other teams. They've been usually getting the extra health on their perks. Oh god, what is that face?
he's got a whole stack of them just prepared to just horrify everybody who's looking.
I'm actually expecting a bit of adaptability with this team and not a single location. So, as we can see, they're doing this on wave 1. I have a feeling they might skip this one and go for a second wave, maybe a third wave skip as well.
That's been kind of the trend that's been going on, so I wouldn't. That's how the meta has been moving. I wouldn't expect it too much different. At least for that end, it's gonna it works, I mean, why would you change the formula? But we'll see how it goes.
Now I know this for me generally works depending on your actual perks, especially, you know, this team can really abuse it with the Gunslinger, Firebug, having the unlimited ammo, or the extra fire rate, etc. Then you got the Commando who's able to actually trigger that. The Medic's just, you know, stacking up some buffs across the teams and that. There's so much possibilities that this team can pull off. You never know which one they're going to go for.
Oh yeah, we're already seeing some gun swapping going on. So the strategy, the support swap strategy is in play.
Are we going for a skip? Looks like it. 51 seconds.
Very good skip. Usually that's almost like the fastest you can skip it. Usually it's about a 3 to 4 second limit, and they're really right on the edge of it.
So we have got a quarter band spawning. All two on the left. Both frozen.
What a great freeze hitting those two. That was such a good freeze.
And they took him out. That was very clean. Very, very clean.
Looks like the medic's doing some work in the back, not only focusing on healing, but also putting some damage on the Zeds coming from behind them.
So I'm wondering if they're going to be trying out something that's very a risky strategy, but also going for the multi-role. So like the Commando being able to help with the healing, or you know, the support helping out with the healing. I would probably say that the support will probably help out with it, but then that leaves the Commando able to actually go crazy at the front line.
You know, you say it's a risky strategy, and it definitely is when perk rolls kind of differ and start to split up. They start to lose their pure perk roll potential. But it would be very interesting to see how they do that.
Oh?
Quarter pound sneaking in between the ice.
I mean, it doesn't look like it was actually much of a damage threat when you look at stats, but the potential them two quarters had by just splitting the team up or pinning someone in the corner really makes a difference when it comes to just 20-30 health, but pinning that corner and then starting enabling targets to be picked off, that's huge.
What some great Z time extensions going on here.
Yeah, well, can I get some coffee over here? Yeah, please give me some. I really need it right now.
I need the energy, please.
We're seeing the support. Sorry, go on.
It looks like these Zeds are making a nice trek on over here. I'm wondering how they feel about the little bit of time it takes for the Zeds to get into each of the area.
It's a weird one because my team have actually had a quick look and we actually tested out the right room, which is where the Firebug is, and it was quick but it was slow. The outside spawn is what you rely on, and on the left obviously they only drop down. They're too far away still. Whereas right now, you know, in the first wave they were really quick. In this second wave, it's really, really slowed down. So, I'm just wondering if they could be standing here for most of the actual waves. Firebug did actually take half their health though. I did miss that. Oh, 69 health. Okay, so in my book they're still winning.
Yeah, it's looking like all these medium-sized Zeds, these bloats and husks, are really just taking their sweet time walking over there compared to the small cysts and alpha cysts. Firebug pushing out.
They are going for the next trade-up, which is actually just outside here. So, oh, Scray coming in. Go for a swing. He does get one swing, but misses. Oh no, he hits the medic.
Look at all that money.
Now this is a classic holdout location. It looks like they're not going to stay here though. They're moved right back to the location they were at. They must feel really confident about that location.
Yeah, 40 second skip. I'm seeing a nail gun.
Feel better now?
I think I saw a Spitfire on the Firebug. I did hear a lot of Zeds next to the Firebug though.
Weapon, anyone?
It sounds like he's above. I'm relieved that's a quarter pound. Yes, it is. 2 of them.
Oh, yep. You got sharpshooters all right over there.
Okay, so Firebox using the Mac-10.
That's an interesting choice for sure. We haven't seen that. I don't think at all during the entire tournament.
I'll be honest, I never expected to see the Mac-10 at all. I didn't even think it would be viable enough to actually be a usage, unless they're using it for a early wave skip, which is possible. Very possible.
You know, it's an interesting choice that the support, I think, is choosing the nail gun, because this is not necessarily, or this line of sight is not necessarily close quarters. He's got a really nice long line of sight, but maybe he's doing that just so he can arc the nails down and not have to worry about being stuck to pure shoddy.
So I do think there's actually 2 possibilities of the usage here. One, the lasers come a bit too close. Obviously, the commando's not going to really want to focus that. They'll be rather clearing. And then 2, the nail gun's actually bound, so he's able to actually help with the right room if it becomes really necessary.
That could definitely be it. The commando is really putting in the work. They're just letting him have these kills, and he's using the Z time over and over and over, and really helping out the team with that.
So we are actually seeing the M16 on the commando. I can see that being a really, really good choice in this one.
It seems to be a favorite of these teams I've been playing recently. Normally you don't see it in pubs too often, but I guess the versatility of the grenades and the usability of just like the light recoil on the rifle are really shown through.
Usually in pub match, I notice that everyone just thinks higher tier means higher chance of winning, which is actually the complete wrong way to actually think about it. You got to think of what opportunities do they be used for, like what ranges, what targets are they good for. You know, like the chalk and 4. Nobody would really use that in a pub match, but in here, it's very, very effective.
Very true. I always like to see these teams pull out different weapons when they can, and it's just interesting seeing how they differ, especially from pubs, which is just the farthest they can get from a pub. With these teams really put in the effort, the planning, and we're seeing it all put to use right here.
What I should really do with my stats thing is actually say the weapon usage on the perks, or at least what weapons have seen play and how many times they've seen play. So if anyone's interested in helping out with extra stats, going through some streams and looking at all the weaponry and that, please feel free to come forward. It'll be really interesting to see certain of this. Bit much for me to actually keep up with, especially with all the other stuff that I do. Otherwise I would.
Voodoo is saying in chat that the Mac-10 was really good during the Z time, especially this infinite ammo, which makes sense with they're running a commando. That they're extending the Z time as much as possible and just dump the mags. It's an infinite mag dump with the Mac-10.
When you consider the fire rate it has, there's just almost no reason to actually disagree with that. I wouldn't use it massively at the late waves when you got the heavier weapons, but definitely for the mid waves and all that, it's probably one of your strongest, especially for the price. Most weapons you're seeing at this stage will probably be 1100. I believe the actual Mac is 900? I could be wrong.
Oh, I think it's cheaper than, I think it's like 750. I cannot remember potentially, but yes, it's usually one of the cheaper weapons. It's not necessarily I wouldn't say it's like a medium tier. It's still kind of a lower tier weapons, but it does the work, and they already planned ahead. Used to use combine with the commando and uses Z time to its full potential.
I mean, I generally do class it as a mid-tier weapon, only because of the potential that it actually adds. In terms of its price, that was only just to make it seem more viable. Which a lot of people just went, well, why don't you just buy this, or why don't you just get this? Okay. But for the potential you have from this to the others, this has way higher DPS than everything else. But outside of Z time, it does kind of have less DPS overall. It's a weird one.
Yeah, the ballistic damage it does, where the SMG damage and the burning damage both combo together do just decent damage overall. It's kind of hard to ignore that, even though everybody, it's not very much used in pubs or in tournaments. I think we're seeing some really good use out of it right now.
So I am seeing the Commando's got an M16 and the bullpup.
Cover me! Reloading!
Oh, they get really, really nice traders.
Yeah, that's a really good trader. I wonder if they're going to buy or if they're just really going to keep going with the support strategy, support swap strategy, and skip, even though it's so close.
I generally feel like if any team had it this close, they should generally just do a couple of seconds in the trader. For the potential you have for even upgrading a weapon, getting ammo, I know you could do all the trick and all that with resupply, but being able to actually achieve more out of it in such a quicker time sometimes actually benefits more.
Oh, flesh pound coming in.
Oh, Commando, half health.
Flesh pound was already out ahead and still moving for a couple seconds, but it's like he had no head. He couldn't go around too much longer. They really nailed him. I think the sharp just blasted him in the face, and he took a few extra steps, slashed over, and that was that.
You could definitely tell that there was a bit of miscommunication or a bit of a late reaction between the team there. Commando taking it full frontal. Even I didn't really see it coming in straight away. It was just raged. It went straight in the face, knocking everything back.
Yeah, those flesh pounds and pounds that come in raged are always dangerous. I mean, even if they're small ones, they can kill very quickly. Especially if they just come in raged. The speed of them, while you're trying to deal with the small Zeds already, is always dangerous.
We are seeing some money swaps. Gunslinger giving it to someone, the medic by the looks of it. Okay, so it does seem like only certain folks are going for the trader. I'm not too sure where this gunslinger's going, but they definitely did a. Oh, I see. Okay, that's actually really good.
Wow, great cleaning up there by that sharpshooter right across the map, and I think that was a bloat he just took out.
Yeah. So speeding up the gunslinger, getting the gunslinger to go all the way around so they actually picked up everyone in between. The only time that they do waste is actually just the little end in there, but in no time he's already back in space, and you know.
Yeah, I think the sharpshooter got a FAL, and let's see what else everybody got. Looks like the med has a 401 medic rifle, I think so.
Yep, and the pistol, and an SMG. So it seems like teams are definitely listening to what's going on with the other teams. Speaking about the whole, you know, medic just being mass healing, they're doing the same here. Oh, Scrake on the right. Never mind. We are getting a lot of Zeds on the left there. F-16 doing its job.
Looks like the Firebug is pulling out the Scorcher and really using that alternate fire just to lay those lanes of fire down.
I tell you what, this is looking like a really fast game. Looking at 10.5 minutes and we started wave 5.
Yeah, they're really putting out the damage. The spawn of the Zeds are coming in very nicely, and Commando's really putting in the work. The Zed time, I mean, they're really just on point. They seem to be working good together as a team, and they haven't really had any too much trouble with any of the big Zeds so far.
So I am starting to think they're going to go for a wave skip. I mean, I don't think so with the 20 meters now that I think about it, but I did see some people swapping weapons around and grabbing the ammo. I hear a Scrake on the right.
Yes, I would imagine so, because they just went for a buy, and I don't think they'll be too greedy to go for another buy, unless they really just benefit just to go up there and maybe buy all, but they're looking pretty good on ammo, so I think they're going to go for a skip.
Scrake on the right again. And dead. The dual double barrels.
Look at this Commando and the Firebug's kills right now. They're really just putting in the work.
They're just going
Of course,
ham.
Firebug. Exactly. Of course, everybody knows Firebug is greater than Trash, but the Commando is actually doing better than him, and so that's pretty wild. They're using this lane to its full effectiveness.
Wait a tick, reloading. Damn it, Busty, move!
Okay, so I'm gonna go jump onto the voice comms, see what we can actually go and listen out to. I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Fat Cat?
Watch it.
Leave it, please. I can't see it.
Leave it. That's the plan, Max.
I got him. I cannot see the Scrake at all.
Welcome to the tournament, folks. We can't fucking see.
Okay.
Okay, he's done.
What the fuck is this? Are we skipping this one or what? Like,
Chill. Far back.
I'm gonna go. One more Scrake.
Coming.
EMP. I'm giving you buffs.
He's dead. He's dead. I'm going now. The bridge.
Yeah, goes to the bridge.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to it.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Tossing Nate.
Crawler dropped.
I just want to let you know I didn't take any damage this wave at all.
Hey, Bell. I left some trails for you. Run.
Oh, shit, something's down here.
Appreciate it. Run.
Okay. Skip.
That looks like blood.
please.
So who's the six?
I got it.
Yeah, there we
Hey, wait,
go.
did you take my gun, Bill?
Oh yeah, sorry, my B.
I think we're good for
Who needs something dangerous?
for the
Wait,
rest
wait,
of the
wait,
game.
Yeah, we should
Where
be
is it?
good.
Yeah, wait, right here. Nice.
We got another good trader. Damn, is that time? Get this.
Leave.
Well, they definitely enjoy themselves. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, they seem to have a great time. It's pretty fun to listen to them. I like that guy's skip, something like
Reference
that.
from a previous game, yeah. Oh, we have got the Firebug showing off.
I feel like the support has not moved almost all game. He is literally on the bench and he's enjoying it.
Literally one leg on the floor, one leg up on the bench.
No, he is just relaxing. He's being super chill right now. They're making great time. It's wave 6, and I know it just started, but it's only 13 minutes, and it's gonna be pretty interesting.
It seems like this spot's really working out for him as well. Having the range advantage, having the two track. Ooh, okay, got 3 Scrakes in this court. No, never mind. 2, 1. They kill quicker than I can count. All gone.
Yeah, that Commando hitting his headshots just right on time, and the Sharpie just cleaning up right after that. Did you say there's some Scrakes? I don't see any Scrakes. Where are the Scrakes at, man?
I definitely know 3 spawned.
Good shot.
Oh, that was a very nice friendly heal to the Firebug from the Gunslinger.
I mean, the hills received are very mixed. You got a game where they might do 180 healing total, and you got another one where there's only like 24. So they're really having a good time here.
It seems like the Gunslinger is still using his base 1858s, and he's got his Deagles. Okay. A Deagle, and I guess that's his base N9 as well.
You do have a Scrake on the left. Never mind, I gotta stop saying that. I do hear a quarter on the left though. No, he gave him a tickle.
You know, surprised this Wave 6, maybe I don't want to jinx them, but this is Wave 6, and we haven't really even seen like too many flesh pounds or any big boys coming at them. Besides just a bunch of scrakes, of course.
This should be next wave. There should be at least one triple.
Waiting for that triple!
But I think with how they're doing now, I don't think it's going to make a single difference.
Oh yeah, I think I'm pretty confident in them, and I never was not confident that they've been a good team. I think their practice is on point, and they're really getting to have their strategies down. And look at all that weapon swapping by the medic.
We need you fighting feet.
Hitting the gunslinger so you can run around, quickly abuse the speed.
Watch me. I'm reloading.
On point, honestly.
They have their lanes down. They know exactly where the Zeds are going to be near the end of the round. So
54-second skip.
Ammo check, people.
another near perfect skip. He's very good. Looking good on ammo. Support's a little low, but he's got the bench, so I mean, I think he'll be fine.
I think he's just the backup player at this point. You know, just cheerleader in the background.
He literally has
Oh,
his
flesh
pistol
pan's alright.
out.
Never mind, he's stunned. They're probably showing how they can't see him. Yep, he's gone. Oh, another one. Two more. Three.
Oh, it looks like they're all coming through that side.
Well, we did get a kick there. Still more coming in. And all down. Freezing the ones to the left.
Tossing these freezes out. Maybe a little bit too frivolously, but he's definitely doing work with it.
You know, I'm so glad we have so many Z times so we can actually flick around and have a look.
Yeah, it's not just helpful for them, it's helpful for us too. Oh, I think I'll just have a look. Everybody's sitting around with a fat stack of cash in their pocket. It's going to be a very hardy buy. They can basically get anything they want, so just perfect for a boss round.
They're definitely going to go to the trader and swap weapons, I feel. Something that's going to be more against the Abomination itself.
Yes, I think they're going to have to, unless they already have bought some, like, unless the Firebug's bought some, like, weapons he's very comfortable with it, or, I guess we'll just see on that end, though. And we're also going to see, we're still kind of early into the wave, how they're going to do on ammo as more big Zeds come.
That's the thing I think is going to be the most concerning. Depending on how many large Zeds come at once, are we going to see the throw panic of the sharpshooter again? It might not have been a panic, but you could definitely see there was multiple grenades thrown in certain locations.
Yeah, and he already did it once. I'm not sure if he can't really repeat that strategy too much anymore. He probably only has two or maybe about 2 or 3 left. So he's got to be very careful how he spends those nades. Then again, maybe not, because the Commando is really nailing down these the Z time extensions. Look at that kill count, 542. Still doing
517 as well.
Yes, it's pretty crazy to see the Commando doing better than the Firebug in almost any game like that.
To be fair,
Firebug.
A real Commando can actually outdo any pug. If they put their mind to it.
Ooh. That's pretty true. I mean, it can be pretty true, because I mean, they do have... A lot of people just say they have like medium guns, like or not that good, but I think you can argue otherwise. You're a Commando main, aren't you?
Yeah. So it's all about, you know, depending on what your so-called role is meant to be for a Commando. I know everyone's like, yeah, what roles could there be? There is actually different roles you can have as Commando. You are almost like a jack of all trades perk after all. Got a scrape from each side. One coming from behind.
Oh, yeah.
In a couple of hits.
Doing some Dark Souls spin to
Not
win.
enough. Not enough. We have got the Firebug actually reducing on ammo. If they keep up with the oh wait, is that a flesh pan? No, it's a quarter and squig. I don't know what the squig done. He kind of tripped over a little wire there.
He's pulling some tricks. He's doing little ducks and weaving. Like, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, and no, they're just not gonna listen to that.
Get me.
Triple Husk coming down. Let's see how they deal with this. First
Nope.
Husk already.
We need to have a reminder that the team they need to beat had 21 minutes and 49 seconds.
Oh wow, yes, that means it's all gonna be about the boss and how they're gonna. It doesn't look like they're gonna buy, or they are actually arrested the trader right now.
Now I'm not saying that they definitely won't be able to do it, but you never know when it comes to the boss waves.
I'm getting low on ammo.
Very true. And what's the boss again? It's gonna be Abomination. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or sweet. That's They're all getting in the corner. They're hugging very tightly.
Okay, so they spawned outside, so they're very close. This is the moment that we're waiting for.
He's just walking in, you know, being his usual self, and they're laying down the fire.
One armor piece down. He's getting a couple of, you know, little minions being pooped out. Pooping some more.
He just wants a hug, guys. Come on, don't be so mean.
Yeah, with two double battle axes.
Oh yeah, you know. Isn't that how a normal hug goes? He just runs at you, and then.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's been stunned, but he's pooping more out. Oh, he is in rage mode.
They're doing pretty good. He still has he's half health, but they haven't really damaged his armor that much.
Firebug is definitely just about to run out of ammo. Same with the support. The sharpshooter is reducing on ammo too. This could end really badly if they do not control this ammo.
His heads are starting to come in. And he's pushing him tight.
Support has no ammo. Firebug is gonna... Ooh! He is puking out a lot of minions right now.
Oh yeah, this is getting close. This is down to the wire, guys. They did not destroy his armor yet. They're still focusing
Medic
on the body.
and Komodo, the only one with ammo. Gunslinger with a little bit of ammo. They're getting so close. Second armor piece down. What are they gonna do? Last few shots, and they done it.
Oh.
That was getting very, very tight and questionable with the ammo.
Yes, that was very spooky.
So 20 minutes and 58 seconds. Taking the lead by literally 52 seconds.
Oh, that's still a decent amount, but a minute could have been... They were so close to losing the firebug for a second. That could have been it, maybe.
They almost lost 2 people. So that would have been the minute. But not only that is, it would have delayed them even longer because they didn't have the firepower that them two actually had. And I believe the firebug was actually the one with the... Yeah, so he had the unlimited time. So if they triggered it, they would have actually taken it out. But then, without the ammo, they can't trigger it. So that's how close these games can get. Even just by a little bit, just because of ammo.
Oh yeah, one thing I love about this game is that the variables are all over the place. No run is really the same, and you can really. It's just interesting to see how it plays out every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that. Let's just go through some of the stats. Hills given. Okay, we had. Ooh, okay, bad timing. From what I saw on that last wave, one had 575 and another one had 280. I'll just confirm that. And that's on the boss wave. So 2 of them were definitely trying to do the healing. Oh, 575 and 125, sorry. And then if we look at the rest of the healing, like, it's not much. 62 across the team. Sorry, there was a 5 and a 15. My bad. Another one, 42. They had some really impressive stats. Damage taken, Like, this is wave 3. In total, it's 6, 1, 6, 1, 5, 2, 2, and 7. So, I'm going to bring in Newt and Tamari in.
All right. If anybody has any questions in the chat, go ahead and put them down. We would love to. We'll ask the team captains later, and interested in hearing them.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey guys. Oh, Newt's muted at the moment. Oh, there he is.
There you guys.
So, how do you guys feel? Tomorrow, we'll go with you first. How'd it go?
We feel pretty good. We had a couple things go wrong. I'm sure you guys saw during the boss, like we actually planned to have a different loadout during that wave, but we didn't get a chance to go to the trader, so that was like all improv. But we think it went pretty good regardless. And overall, like we're just pretty happy with the run. A lot of this was like last second that we just kind of pulled together today, like last 2 days maybe maximum. And yeah, everything went really good. Feeling pretty good.
Newt, you got anything else to add to that?
So I need to calm down for a second.
Yeah, so just to provide some context in that, at the end of the game, I wasn't yelling at them, but I was like kind of freaking out. I was like, okay, we need to stay away from him because we're gonna have to like kite a little bit. And we almost had a couple deaths, and it was like I was like, get away from him, and so we were just kind of freaking out a little bit.
I can definitely have that feeling behind it.
So, so I had no nades. I have no 501 nades. We just win. I hope for the best. That's literally it.
We did notice, well, towards the end, and I was watching all the ammo counts, and I noticed one person got munched on. Okay, Firebug ran out of ammo. Ooh, okay. Then support ran out of ammo. Someone else got munched. Okay, right, 2 people gone. Okay, this is going to be, a bit iffy, especially with 2 armor pieces left. Then someone else got munched. Okay, another person's run out of ammo. Okay, no, 4 people have run out of ammo. And you had a little bit left on Commando, and I think the medic was the only one with ammo. Between the 2 of you, like, how was it all going? Because clearly that was everywhere else you was having fun, but that bit you clearly were panicking. You could tell.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at that because it's like I said, we were just kind of freaking out. We're like, okay, we just got to keep shooting him, stay away from him, don't die, don't lose time in the last second here. And then just like you said, we had people call, I'm out of ammo. Like, oh no, okay, do we have extra weapons, right? And we were kind of just counting on like a Z time to activate so that we could make our shots like more efficient,
Yeah.
But it was just taking its time, and it's just KF2 Z time mechanics. It was just taking forever. But it finally happened, and we were able to pull it off somehow. Wasn't our cleanest boss kill, but can't complain too much in the grand scheme of things, I guess.
I mean, when you actually compare your boss wave to the rest of the match, now it's been said in a couple of the streams already. You tend, as most pit teams, they tend to have either a really, really hard or chaotic waves with an easy boss, or it's the vice versa. You definitely had the easy waves, or at least seems like it was. You had some questionable moments, but I definitely caught one moment where everyone's going, was it Mad Max, I think his name was? I can't see him, and then someone shouts in the background, that's the point. so, yeah, and then obviously you go to the boss, and it was like a complete flip.
Yeah, and that was mainly because, like I said, we had a plan where, obviously we're going to shoot him, kill him, right? But we had kind of a generalized plan without revealing too much with certain weapons. And we didn't get a chance to go to the trader room. That's really all it comes down to. And so we kind of just decided at like the heat of the moment on wave 7, we were just like, you know what? We've got some ammo. We know we're kind of low, but we can get as much as we can from the support. And, we trust everybody else in the team. So let's just try and see how it goes, because the trader was so far away. We were just thinking like, it's, we can't afford to lose any more time, right? And that was just one of those like unlucky situations, kind of like the one on the match we had on Hostile Grounds.
Yeah.
And this time, instead of going, we just kind of decided, let's just stay, and I think it ended up working out.
So I have actually got a question, and I got to admit, I think everyone's definitely needs to ask this. What was going on in that corner?
Oh, in the corner that. Oh, okay. So we we were just trying to make basically we just wanted to make sure that we had as many like spawns open as possible for the boss to spawn. That's pretty much it. Like I'm sure a lot of people know that it's an LOS based thing, so we weren't exactly sure how it would work out, but we just decided internally like, hey, let's just try to, if we don't have to be looking at a door and blocking all the spawns in there, let's not do that, because that's one less place the boss can appear, right? And that was kind of there wasn't really any like rhyme or reason necessarily to us picking that specific corner. We just sort of decided like on a whim, like, hey, let's just try to, help it along a little bit as much as we can.
And I thought you guys just wanted to get together for a big old hug.
It definitely did look like it.
Huddle in the corner. Sorry, FluX, what was that?
I'll say it definitely did look like you guys were going for a bit of a hug. One person had no idea what was going on, and the rest of you just jumping backwards on top of them. It definitely did seem a bit weird.
My teammates are kind of crazy, and so we had this funny discussion in practice, and we were like, you know what, if we get a good Zed time and there's nothing happening, let's all just emote just for fun. And I'm just like, you guys are they had like people were like choosing emotes to like, someone was gonna have like the Wild West emote, and then somebody uses the Matrix emote and dodges it. We were just messing around. It was good times, but yeah.
It definitely seemed like your team had a lot of fun there, and that's actually one of the most important things that I keep trying to remind people. Yeah, it's a competitive game, but if you don't have fun, then what's the point?
Absolutely. Yep. We were having lots of fun. We've been having lots of fun. It's been a blast so far.
Yeah.
So,
go
for it.
I also just want to comment that that was actually probably maybe a really good call to skip the boss trader, just because you guys were kind of getting close to the time. Maybe that could have been like the time that you needed to really secure the win on this match.
Yeah, we just didn't want to waste any time if it wasn't absolutely necessary. And if we were lower on ammo than where we were, we would have had no choice, right? And that would have been pretty bad. But we were just very fortunate that we still had some, enough where we felt comfortable, I guess.
I have to admit, it did seem like that really pushed the extra edge on that, especially with the opportunities you had there at the end there. It seemed like a lot of people were thinking, okay, right, they got 2.5 minutes. They should easily be able to take this down, especially with the strats we've seen already before and all that. But you could see that with what situation that happened with your team, anything could happen.
Yeah.
And all it takes is that one bullet miss sometimes, and then it's game over. I think in your team's case, all you had to do was take on one more munch. Just having that one death, and it might have cost your team the actual win there. But you guys pulled it through. That's what happened. Great run, honestly. I did have some concern about your spot, actually, at the start, because I've done some sort of strategy checking out this location, and the left side, it seems like I didn't get the same spawns you did. I'm very confused on how you got it and I didn't. So,
oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
There's this really age-old amongst. I'm sure everybody in the chat, especially if like the Sad Swats players are watching this. There's this age-old rumor in KF2, especially amongst CD players, where the order that people join the game apparently affects how much you get, like wherever that person is. No one knows for sure if that's actually a thing. Maybe that's what happened. I'm not sure, but what I can tell you without revealing too much is that we chose that spot because we wanted to have the most access to traders possible, basically. But yeah, definitely, we noticed that a little bit too, is what I'm trying to say. During our practice runs, we actually had it where I was actually in that little kitchen looking at the hole where Bell ended up being, where the firebug ended up being. And some runs we actually ended up having, a lot of stuff where I was at, and other runs it was the opposite. And maybe it's that that rumor. I don't really know if that's true, but it's just this funny little like superstition that everybody has.
It definitely did seem like you had a lot of lucky traders, I must admit, and I noticed you guys did actually mention it. Oh, the trader's here again.
Yeah,
but
definitely wasn't expecting that.
How much of a difference do you think it would have made if the traders were a little bit more RNG? Then, well, that's probably the wrong way of putting it. If they were a bit further away, a bit more spread out, how much do you think it would have impacted your end result?
It definitely would have made things harder, because we had to make sure that we get our final weapons for the the end of the game. And because we got that extra trader, you might have noticed I actually was able to buy another M16. I bought 2 just in case. for really anybody, but mostly for myself. But that was very fortunate that it happened. And had it not, and say it was like one across the map, then we would have just had to eat the time and just go, because we had to make sure that we get better weapons than the ones that we had on like wave 2, 3, especially for the support and for the medic, because the medic, I think, you didn't get your 501 until like the end of the game, I think, almost, right? I actually gave him my 501 at one point. So yeah, it would have definitely, it could have made the difference, honestly. And so we're just glad that it worked out in a nice way. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
Sunder, have you got any other questions that you can think of right now?
I had some, I guess, compliments in certain moments that I guess I want to point out. I noticed at the end of the waves, you guys really, the straggling Zeds, the sharp usually came out and shot across to near the street through the fence a couple times, and that was pulling off some really good shots. And I really compliment you guys on really just nailing down the stragglers, because I know how annoying that can be.
Oh, yeah.
Also, did you guys literally plan to put your support like literally on the bench, because he was benched the entire match?
You can go on that one, Nude, if you want.
Realistically, everyone just chose a spot and just went out from there, because mainly the open area where the commander was holding, I just felt like that everyone just needed to space off from each other and just went out from there. I mean, there's really nothing else to say. I mean, he wants to stay in that spot, and we just let him. I mean, that was it.
So talking about positions, I did see something a little bit different in this one compared to any other match. Yes, you mentioned about having the space and all that. Firebug being left on the right side, being able to help out. Your commando. Tomorrow, was it you?
Yeah, it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you went up front, and you went apeshit. To put it in the most easiest way to put it, you killed everything that came in your way. Was that actually part of the plan, or did that just happen to happen?
A little bit of both. It definitely was part of the plan in the sense that, we wanted to save our team ammo, because you asked me that previous question about what would happen if we got bad traders, right? So our plan for that was just, let's try to be as ammo eco as possible. And yeah, part of it was that. I obviously needed the extensions more, and that's why I was further up than everybody else. But it's like, we figured, well, it works out because I have, cheap ammo. My guns are quick. It's very easy to just wipe up random crawlers and stalkers and stuff like that. And meanwhile, my teammates can focus on like the bloats, focus on riders, EDARs, the bigger Zeds that take me more time. And originally we actually had, like I said, I mentioned it earlier briefly, we had actually had Firebug where I was instead, and I was watching the other lane. And that was actually even better, that we found better in practice for saving ammo, because, in Firebug's that time you get Pyromaniac, and he can just spray infinite ground fires as long as I've got Z time going, and that saves everybody. Everyone just gets to, join designated drinker on the bench and just chill and have a drink, while they wait for Z time to end, but the thing that happened with that was that we were finding that it was very hard for me to get consistent Z time. And if you don't get Z time as commando, that just kind of destroys the point of it, I feel. So
yeah,
that's why we ended up making the swap, and I think it was definitely for the better, for sure. But anyway, yeah, to answer the original question, partially part of the plan, and I was just having fun, honestly. I was freaking out in the chat, I don't think you guys were in there anymore, but I was freaking out at one point because there was a bloat. My teammates were calling for me, like, where trash is so I can help, get extensions. Someone said that there was a bloat coming through the door in the back, and I just turned and just, whipped an M16 grenade at the door and just hoped that it killed it. And it got it, and I just started freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that landed. I was just having a good time. Yeah, it was just fun, man.
It's nice to actually, from a personal perspective, because I'm a commando main as well, and it's the jack of all trades. It's like, I think it's one of the most underrated perks going. People don't understand the power and the precision and everything that it actually has. And it's so great to see a real commando be able to actually pull off these kind of things. So you got my personal respect from that. Not like you didn't have it anyway, but you get even more than that because I don't know. Commando's definitely just it should be up there, and people just underrate it as a support perk.
No, man, absolutely, like 100% agree with you on that. It's just in general, I think it's partially, the game doesn't really explain too clearly, that hey, this. I've actually ran into, not to like go on a rant real quick, but like I've ran into a lot of people that just have no idea like how helpful it is.
Yeah.
In fact, find it actually annoying that it's so slow. It's like, why is it taking me so long to reload? Why is it taking me so long? And it's when you start getting into playing HOE and even getting into CD, you realize how important it actually is. And when you have all those Z-Time abilities, Spartan, Fanfire, right, Pyromaniac, that one Z-Time extension, not even the chain, just the one kill you got, can make the difference in the game ending or not. And it's that important. It's such a pivotal role, and it's actually kind of stressful sometimes because everyone's depending on you to do it, And
yeah.
But I enjoy it though. It's super fun. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite perks in the game, hands down.
I mean, just to kind of show how strong you did this game, we've done an MVP vote, and we've got 7 votes back to back for Commando. Obviously, you got mine on top of that as well. So that just shows how effective you were for that team. And not only that is you were able to, from our perspective, able to have your team be able to actually do different loadouts. Your Firebug went for an early Mac 10.
Yeah. That was the plan.
So, like, obviously, not many people would even think Mac 10 is even viable. Like, I generally don't see it that viable unless you combo it with the synergy of the Commando Z-Time. And we saw it just rip through everything on his own. Nobody had to even look at him, and he ripped through everything. So that's definitely another props to that, allowing for more loadouts to be used and etc.
Definitely a risky choice, right? Oh, sorry, Newt, you go first.
I was gonna say just a funny comment about that is while Tamari was extending, Bell's over here is like, I got a motherfucking QB kill. I got a motherfucking QB kill, and we're just saying there like, oh shit. And then later on he got FP. He's like, yeah. It's just like going off and stuff. And we're just like, well, did I just hear Mac 10 kill an FP? Damn straight. Okay then.
Yeah, we were just having a good time.
Yeah.
It's definitely a risky choice, right? Because like it's definitely not like the end game gun that most Firebug players would go for, right? But again, we were just because I'd swapped myself to the front where I knew I'd have a lot more influx of trash. That's kind of what ended up helping us feel safe about that choice. And I think it ended up paying off in the end. Sorry, Cinder, what were you about to say?
No, I have like 2 quick questions. First, I want to ask you, why'd you choose the M16? And then after that, why did you choose the M16 as your assault rifle? And after that, I want to ask you, what are you guys' personal MVPs? Like, what you guys felt that really pulled the team along and did a good job?
So the first question for the M16, the grenade launcher. It's just really good in general for just killing mediums. The grenade launcher is extremely good for killing bloats. It's really good at killing husks. It's very good at killing QPs. It's really for me to help my team just have a little bit extra power against the larges. And it helped me out a couple times, like I said, with that moment where I shot the grenade, because I actually had no ammo loaded at that time at all. I didn't have anything ready to kill any of the other stuff near me, so I just winged it and shot a grenade. And and it's just mainly I used it to help my team more, really.
Okay.
And then as far as MVP, what about you, Newt? Who do you think?
Wow.
Would you vote MVP?
I mean, everyone did a phenomenal job. Like Fat Cat with the with the stuns and the extension starter. Max is just annihilating everything. Bell's just clear out lanes. Ryan's just assisting and giving us ammo through each of the waves. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Like if I really had to like bend some rules, I feel like everyone did their part. Like everyone did equally. It's really no one else that I can pick above over each other. Everyone played very excellent, except for the little hiccups. But
Yeah, those things happen. I think like we already knew that there was going to be some moments, you know, but I think we pulled it together. I'm kind of in the same boat, honestly. I know that's not really answering the question, but I just feel like everybody did really well. I know for me personally, like not necessarily in terms of the whole team, but Fat Cat really helped me personally as a commando because he can one shot the riders for me, and one shot, you know, most of the medium Zeds, and that really helped me out. But I mean, honestly, everybody just did really good.
Okay. That's a good answer. Very good answer for sure.
So we're going to make it a little bit different on this question. Obviously, you can't really say the MVP for your team, but I'm going to go through each one of you. I'm going to start with you, Newt, first. Which one of your players was the craziest in this match? And why?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't say Tamari because he already got MVP. So going down to the other players, I would say Fat Cat because of the crazy shots. Z time starter.
So when I say crazy, I mean like crazy as in could be getting a bit loopy. It could be having like the loudest person in the clip. Not crazy as in skill wise, just in general.
Oh, that.
That's easy.
Bell.
And why?
He just makes us fucking laugh every time, dude. Like with the whole Mac 10 situation, we were all busting out laughing, dude, and stuff like that. He's like, I got FP. I couldn't. I almost lost focus and almost got Tamari killed. I almost got Tamari killed. It was just that funny.
It's the same answer for me too. It's just Bell's just he's always hilarious. He's always like over the top, but you know, in a good way, of course. It's really nice to have him around because he brings a really like light-hearted spirit to the team. You know, that we sometimes need when we're like having those really stressful moments. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, but definitely in terms of the crazy factor, yeah, it's an easy answer.
So you can see how much of a chance once you give the team, all right, MVP. Oh, it's very serious. You give them the crazy moment. You can see the complete flip and how fast they talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So... we all had our moments, but yeah, him by far.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely enjoyed the 30 seconds I was in your chat. I was trying to figure out who, like perk-wise, was saying what and all that. It definitely seemed like your team were just... It didn't matter. Someone made a comment, everyone else ripped them. And then everyone was laughing, so it was like, yep, okay.
Yeah.
They definitely had a good vibe going about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, they might have piped up more too just because they heard the, you know, that did it in the Discord action. You know, it's just, yeah.
Everybody act crazy quick.
Yeah, everybody go crazy, and then you guys leave. All right, guys, back to normal. But no, we're just having fun. Honestly, man,
lie.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say like we all came up with the idea that just like for humor wise, like if something were to go crazy, we'd be over dramatic. Like I'll be over here like I'll just be like, motherfucker, I got you a nail. I'm gonna stick a nail on your ass. You better give me a band-aid on that shit. We're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like we're just going just ape shit crazy, and then all of a sudden you guys just leave like, okay then,
back to normal
there, and then we just go back to talking normal.
Two personalities, yeah.
We're always just talking about random stuff. I mean, it's you know, we know how to get serious when we need to, of course, but during the downtimes, it's we're just talking about whatever. And I think it's honestly it's good, like from like a captain perspective, like I'm okay with this because it's good for the team to like have a good spirit. You know, if we're cracking jokes and just having a good time, like we're more likely to do better, I feel personally.
Yeah, I would say I can say that from a captain's perspective from earlier. First time on the map and all that, and we're laughing our heads off. We're calling bloats Betty's, the clot Steve, and making little innuendo jokes and all that. Yeah, it makes a completely different experience, honestly.
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah, but having fun. I mean, everybody thinks this is competition. It is competition, but having fun is priority number one to me. IMO.
Yep, 100% agree with that one.
Yep.
Right, so I haven't got any other questions. So thank you very much for guys joining us. Good game, honestly, well played.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna move you back over there, but hopefully we'll see you in the next week. Actually, you're playing tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll be playing tomorrow.
yeah, so we'll be seeing you tomorrow. See if you got any other tricks up your sleeves, and should be a good one.
Cool. Thanks for having us. Y'all have
See
a
you
good
guys.
one.
All right.
Okay, so you heard it from them guys as well. Obviously, they done a great game. There's not much I can really say about that. They really good team play, communications, perk choices, everything really. Yeah, it's alright.
Yep.
Don't think there's really much we can say from here. Sunday, is there anything you would like to add before we end up?
I just want to say very stellar. I kind of agree with you saying before. It was a good match, and I'm excited to see the finals, and I'm also excited to see how they play tomorrow. It seemed like it's going to end up very, very interesting. I can't express that enough.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have definitely a spicy weekend next week. It is gonna be a bit of a different one next week. Obviously, depending on the scores tomorrow. I know there's a bit of concern of the draws and positions. I have kind of got some basics that kind of separate who will be going through. Obviously, deaths will be considered, team wipes will be considered. So, if there's 4 slots to go through to the next round, and 4th and 5th have the exact same wins and losses, but one team has no deaths and the other team has 1 or 2, obviously the one with the no deaths will be going through. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is, because this is a team survival after all, so surviving is key and a priority over the wins as well, so that will be considered. It is going to be a bit of a weird one as well, like I said. I personally am not going to be here next week. I'll be back at work as of Tuesday, and I'm doing all evenings, so I am going to be trying to work with some others to try and get some streams going on from others. Obviously, the week afterwards, when I figure out when my day's off, I will go through a overview of who won. We get some stats and all that. I have got someone, maybe 2 people, are going to be helping out with the spreadsheets, so hopefully I can get them all done in a reasonable time. I know I said try and get it done this week, but I wanted just a little bit to catch up some sleep, where I've been working on stuff so much, and I wanted to actually get a little bit of relaxation. I know this is fun and all, but with 2 weeks off work, I did want a little bit on the side as well. Which I guess you can actually understand from that point of view. I think that's everything said. Like I said, all the updates and everything will be put onto the Discord, so make sure you're following that if you're not. If you have any questions, throw it out in the channels. Someone will probably have the answer. If not, I will try my best to answer every single one. So far, I've got 100% accuracy on the replies, so I'm going to try and stick to that. Not too sure if that's a good stat to try and hold on to, but I am. And servers will be up and running. For I know, Dragonfly's server will be up unless they tell us they're not going to be. My 2 servers can be up for there, so if anyone wants to actually try out the servers for their own time, it has got a password, it's in the server thing. Once the matches are done, I always reset the passwords back so you can try it for yourself. And obviously for training purposes. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here, and I shall see you all tomorrow.